So I'm going to show you now how to attach a lighting fixture to Qlab that's not currently in the library. Now this is going to completely change based on your fixture, and it's going to all come from the actual instruction manual of the fixture itself. I looked on the manual, and this is a Chevet color strip mini. Now this is a really basic lighting fixture, so it's not part of Qlab's library at the moment. Doesn't mean it won't be added by the time this video is launched, but at the moment it's not there. But it's very simple, because if you go in the manual, it tells you how to add the DMX channels to any console, which is very similar to how Qlab runs. I need to put in the values in the DMX channels. It's a 4-channel fixture. It's a very basic light. It does not have very many features at all. Like I said, I would only use this for really basic things. So I'm just going to show you very quickly how to get control of a DMX fixture that you happen to have in your house, or something you want to just try out that you currently have without having any details on it. So let's say I do not have the manual, which I do, and there's actually more details in the manual. But I'm going to show you if you don't. A lot of people have old fixtures, they don't have the manual anymore. Google it, download the doc, find out what it is. If you don't have it, I'm going to show you how to make it work anyway. So right now, color strip mini, we searched it, it's not in there. Let's plug it in and we'll get it working right now. Remember, we already had our moving light working. So the moving light is plugged in here. Remember that DMX is actually a daisy chain system. So you plug in one light and then you follow through to the next light, the next light, the next light, the next light, and so on and so on and so on. One cable, daisy chains through all of them. Don't think you need to buy a box, this NTEC box, for every single light. That's not the case. It just plugs in one, speaks to all the lights directly. It's really cool. Let's plug it in, we'll go from there. So, we have our power supply, right here, and we're gonna take the DMX cable, which I plugged into the back of the moving head, and now it plugs into this one to extend that DMX channel. Now this is pretty basic. I changed the DMX address on this fixture already to be on channel number 10. So channel 10 is exactly what it's on at the moment. We're going to put it here against the wall so you can see the colors actually work against that white wall. We're going to go in here and we're going to go same exact procedure as before. We're going to go settings, new instrument. And in this case, I already typed one color strip, but here's the reality, it doesn't exist in there. So I just named it, and we're gonna have to go through the list, type in color strip, and as you can see, nothing comes up, which means it does not exist in their library of thousands of lights. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna type in LED bar, and it comes up with a whole bunch of different companies that have LED bars. So I'm just gonna go to this LED bar Pro 4-channel and just see if it works. If not, I can program every single value the way it says in the manual. But just to save time for this demonstration, I'm gonna see if it's probably gonna match, because then most likely it's gonna match. So we're gonna double click that, and we're gonna name this color strip, which I did already. It's a 4-channel, we're gonna hit create instrument. Now it has that little red line because it has no channels attached to it yet. So we're going to go to auto patch selected, and we're going to click that, and it's going to say what channel do we want to start this light on. Well, because our moving head was on channel 1 and had 9 channels, our next available channel to use is going to be channel 10. So I typed in channel 10, we're going to hit auto patch, and now it automatically patches channel 10, 11, 12, and 13 automatically for you. This is phenomenal, okay? So now it's there. We're gonna make a new lighting cue. The new lighting cue, we're gonna go same exact procedure into light dashboard. We are going to tell the color strip one now to go to red. And as you can see, as soon as I raise that slider, it went to the red light. And as you can tell, it's not the best lighting fixture out there. The other lights I use in my shows, if I did that, the entire room would be red. But this is a kind of a decent light just to play around with. So we're gonna save that as a red light, all right? So we're gonna record our update, the selected cue, okay? And we're gonna hit B for blackout, which does nothing because the blackout that we had programmed did not have this light attached to the system yet. So it never recorded a sequence for that blackout. So this is very important. Remember, before you start programming lighting, if you bought 15 lights, patch all 15 lights into the sequence and program using all 15 lights in the system. Don't attach one light, program it, and then attach a second light, because you're going to have to go and tell it what to do if that light has any cues. In this case, I wanted that light to black out. It didn't black it out because it didn't know it was supposed to, okay? So to fix that, we're going to go into the blackout cue. We're going to hit light dashboard, and we're going to tell it to clear all. And then we're going to go ahead and save record all on the selected cue. And that's going to update that blackout cue with the new lighting fixture. So if I type in the first cue, it's going to make that moving head go to the wall. If I type in blackout, it's going to block it out like before. So we're going to go to first cue. We're going to get our moving light to go over there. We're going to go take this red light and put it in. Now, do you see how it added it to the cue? Remember I said you need to design every lighting cue with the look you want. So let's say this is the look you want. That's fine. But later on, if you think this is the look it's going to be, watch what happens. We're going to fire blackout. We're going to fire the red wash. The red wash now will only fire the red wash. It won't bring this one into it because you didn't save the red wash to be the entire look. So to teach you how to do that, we're going to go here. We're going to hit blackout. We're going to get the look that we want. So we're going to fire the first cue, which is that there. We're going to fire the red wash. Now those are two together. Now we're going to go down here. We're going to go to light dashboard and say, you know what? We're going to make a new cue with these locations and similarities with a few minor changes. So we're going to change the color of the stinger spot to yellow. We're going to change the gobo to that. And we're going to change the floor wash to green. Now we're going to say record all with a new cue. Or it could be a selected cue if you wanted to copy over it, make changes. So new cue. Okay, you get rid of this. We're going to label this yellow gobo and green wash. Okay. We're going to go fire blackout, which blacks those out. We're going to fire the first cue. We're going to fire the flashing gobo cue. We're going to fire the blackout. We're going to do the red wash only, and the next cue should bring everything all together. And once again, because I have that 5-second action cue in my presets, it took 5 seconds to get it there, which may or may not be what you want. So let's say you don't want that. We're going to change the action to 0. We're going to hit blackout. This time when we fire it, it immediately gets there. It still takes time because the moving head is faced the wrong way, so it has to loop around, and it's a very slow light. But that's your look. So now, as always, you can add a group, and you can have all those lights follow how you want by having the group go to mode timeline. We're going to make sure the blackout starts automatically by putting the blackout, whoops, did I delete that? Copy and paste. Oh, it doesn't keep the name, that's funny. All right. Oh, I labeled these all in the numbers. That was really bizarre. I've never done that before. So don't do what I just did. Don't label all these in the number queue. I apologize. I need more coffee. Your label should have been here in the notes. My apology. So we're going to copy those X. Wow. See, it's good. I make mistakes so you guys can see what mistakes not to do. This was all rehearsed, people. This was all planned. Yeah. And here's the reality. I don't do this very often. I almost always use MIDI to control my lights. I do very rarely this. And when I do my tours, I don't have to adjust anything. So I do it once and a whole year goes by. I don't have to do this again. So I do have to say I'm not as familiar with this as I should be because I don't do it every day like I do everything else. Okay. All right, that's going to go 0. This flashing gobo is going to come 1 second after. This blackout all is going to come out 3 seconds after. This red wash is going to come 4 seconds after, and this one's going to come 5 seconds after. So now we're going to fire a manual blackout, which we just did, okay? And check this out. If we run lighting sequence, obviously you would have music or whatever to this. If you fire this right now, you can see how every light, there's our flashing gobo change, then goes our blackout, then goes our red wash and our green wash, which happened unfortunately too fast. So we are going to go to timeline, and we are going to move those further apart. Now obviously if you had music and video, you would time that out to that. So block it out again, and we're going to fire that cue. There's our first cue. There's our second cue, which is a blackout. Here's our red wash coming in right now, and here's our yellow and green wash all together. You have just programmed your sequence of lighting for your presentation. How cool is that? This is a very, very basics. Obviously, it's going to get really, really detailed later, but that is as simple as it gets to patching in lighting into your console and getting full control over those lights. I hope you like that. I hope you can use it, and we have a lot more to learn. Let's go.